faves, welcome back to my channel. It's Squishanie again here. So I'm carrying on with this new camera angle. I was quite pleased with how it turned out last time, so I'm going to give it another go. If I get a bit muddled up with my words and things, please excuse me. It's just because I'm not used to doing it this way, but I do think it looks better. So today we're going to talk about silly squishies. Now silly squishies disappeared at the beginning of this year. I placed an order with them just as they disappeared and didn't get my order. I was really unfortunate. I did it just at the time it happened. So I was never able to buy them brand new. And I have, over the, I guess the last 12 months, been on eBay, been on Facebook Marketplace, oh my goodness, so many different places. I've picked them up second hand from so many different people, just as they crop up. And I've managed to get a reasonably good collection of them from that, but I think I've probably got everything I'm ever going to find now. So I thought I'd do a little video because I know some of you still love them and you're not sure what to try, what to get, what to not bother with. There are still a couple that I really want, but whether or not I'll get them now, I don't know. So I thought I'd show you some of my favourites, some of my least favourites, and give you an opportunity to see them. And if you did want to try and find them secondhand and keep an eye out for them, if you see one cheap, then pick it up. So the first one, you may have noticed, my little boundary looks a bit different today. That's because my first one is this. The Silly Squishies pencil. I absolutely love this squishy. It features in every one of my videos because I just think it's the coolest squishy in the world. It's a really nice squish. It's kind of medium rising, but it has the most lovely like floral scent. It's really nice, like rose, I guess. But I love it. I really love it. It always makes me smile, and when I get it out, I know I'm about to do a video. So yeah, that's my first one. It's the Silly Squishies pencil, and when I found this, I got this for less than $5. I was really lucky. So, but it was secondhand. I will leave him there because he's part of the show. My next one is this. This is the Silly Squishies Poptart. I just love the squish on this one. And the way it feels. So this part here, this glazed part, feels different to the pastry part. This is more, I want to say plasticky, but it feels nicer than that. And this is more squishy, but it is a really nice pinchy squish, lovely and slow rising. It has got a bit of a vague strawberry scent to it, but that's going. And it's a nice little, reasonably slow rising squish. And I love it. So that's the Silly Squishies Poptart, and that was part of their breakfast series. Again, this is, well, they're all ones that I got second hand, and I didn't pay much for this one either. The ones that seem to come in this type of wrapping aren't all that expensive. But the ones that come in the official boxes tend to be a little bit more for some reason. So yeah, that's the Silly Squishies Poptart. While I'm on the Poptart, I will just mention, I haven't included them, but the Silly Squishies, in this video I haven't included them, but the Silly Squishies toast, the PB&J toasts are awesome, but I have featured them heavily in other videos, so I didn't want to put them in this one and show them again. So if you are thinking about getting the PB&J toast, I really do recommend them. The peanut butter toast is what started me on my squishy journey. It's that good. So yeah, I do recommend those ones. Okay, so the next item is this. This is the Silly Squishies large size s'mores. There is a mini one as well, which I absolutely love, but the larger size is just a bit more fun to squish. So this is, oh, delicious smelling. We don't really have s'mores here in the UK, but I do smell marshmallow, I do smell chocolate, so I'm guessing that's what you smell when you do s'mores in the US. It is a great, great squish. Look at that. So slow rising. It's got one of the cuter faces. I do like it. And obviously branded on the bottom with the Silly Squishies logo. And it does actually, in the chocolate parts, it does say Silly Squishies. Not sure if you can see that. So yeah, really nice squish, great smell, and just a really nice design with all the drizzle on it. Just really nice. but oh, it's the smell, it gets me every time. So that's the Silly Squishies S'more. That is part of their Sugar Shop series, and there is also a small one of those. If you just wanted to see what the smell's like, get the small one because it's probably cheaper. So that's that one. The next one is part of the Food Truck series, and that is the Silly Squishies Silly Soda. They did a few different like can type squishes, but this one's my favourite. It does vaguely smell of grape, but I've smelled this a lot, so I've probably pulled all the smell out of it. Just sniffing. I've ruined the smell, but anyway, I've kept the box to keep it authentic. But this is it. I love that the top and bottom of the can is like silver coloured to make it look more real, and it does look like a can of grape flavour something. It's a cracking squish. Oh no, I'll do it like that and then show you. It's really nice, quite slow rising and very airy, typical of Silly Squishies really, and just got a nice scent to it. But with this one I really love the design, and that's why I picked it up. So again, it's one of the smaller ones and tends to be one of the cheaper ones, so if you see it, that one's worth a look. The next one goes back to the breakfast series, and that's this is the Silly Squishies milk carton. Oh my god, it smells so good. It smells of strawberries. It smells of strawberry milk, so it's kind of, for me, it's like a Nesquik smell. But this, oh my goodness, ready? Oh, wow. You know when you just squish something and you think, yes, this is it. This is what squishing is for. It's this. So you could just, this is so soft. I mean, I'm hoping you can see how soft and how slow rising that is. It's really satisfying. Again, it's another one that came in this generic Silly Squishy. Sorry, just cough up that furball. It came in the generic Silly Squishies packaging. Again, this was quite an easy one to find and relatively cheap. So, well worth a look. So that's the Silly Squishies milk carton. Then the next one is Food Truck series again. This one's also quite cheap. This is the Silly Squishes Hot Dog. This, oh my goodness, it smells like tortilla chips, like cheesy tortilla chips. It's so, it makes me hungry smelling it. And it's a really good, I mean, look at the hand crinkles. A really good squish. They really did know how to do soft and slow, but that is beautiful. So really nice squish with a really unusual scent. It's kind of nice to have something with a savoury scent rather than these sweet or floral scents that everything seems to be. So that's a bit different. If you're looking for a different smell, definitely have a look at that. So I've only got two more. This next one is my all-time favourite that I've found so far, and this is the Sugar Shop Donut. Now, the only problem with this is the hundreds and thousands, the sprinkles on the top do come off, they fall off, but this, oh, okay, so it comes in this awesome box that looks like it's come from a bakery. It's really nicely finished, the drizzle looks really real. I mean, it looks like a massive real donut. Underneath looks very authentic, but the squish, guys. Oh. It's a little bit doughy, a little bit sort of dense, like the dough you would get when you're making bread, but it's so nice. It just, oh, it feels great, and it's so slow. Scent wise, I'll be honest, it doesn't really have a scent. Maybe a little bit coconut, maybe a little bit coconut, but yeah, nothing that jumps out at me. But this one, the reason I love it is primarily for the squish. This is a really good quality, exactly what you'd expect from a good squishy, if you understand what I'm trying to say. It's soft, slow, it's a good design, and it's a good present. I mean, imagine if you were a squishy collector and you got this as a gift. I'd be so happy. Smells like frosting? Nah. No, I don't agree with that. It doesn't smell like frosting. It smells like coconut-ish, but beautiful squish. So that's my favourite. This is going to be shocking. My least favourite is the Silly Squishies Deer Cake. Now, I know people have raved about this cake, but let me get it out. When I found it, I saw it on eBay and I shipped it from America. I thought I've got to have it because everyone's saying how amazing it is. It does come in beautiful packaging. It is a stunning looking cake, but here's my problem with it. That's not a good squish for something this size. If I had something this size from Silly Squishies, I expect it to be really slow rising. When you compare this with the donut that I just showed you, they're just worlds apart. So I don't know if this was from a bad batch or they changed the recipe. Do Squishies have a recipe? I genuinely don't know, but I was so disappointed. So what I would say is, I know that there are versions of this cake that were incredible. I've seen the videos, so I know they exist, but this just wasn't one of them. So if you see them, see if you can find out if it is a good squish or not, because this one is just so fast rising. But this just wasn't one of them. So if you see them, see if you can find out if it is a good squish or not, because this one is just so fast rising. So there you go. That's my little foray into Silly Squishies. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's given you some ideas. Maybe I've shown you some that you wanted to see and haven't had a chance to see yet. I have got others, so if there are other Silly Squishies that you want to see, then let me know down in the comments. I'm happy to do more. I didn't want to overload you with Silly Squishies. Anyway, I've got more videos coming up. I've got another subscription box opening, kawaii box subscription opening coming up soon. And I've also got a video about cheap squishies coming up soon for people who want some nice cheap squishies to give a try. Obviously, if you've enjoyed this video, which I really hope you have, then please drop me a like. And if you haven't already, I'd be really grateful if you subscribed. If you click on the notification bell next to the subscription button, you will be notified next time one of my oh, I got it wrong again! One of my videos becomes available. So please hit that notification bell. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me again, and hopefully I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.